What's going on? We back once again. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Another full slate of good boxing talk, good sports talk. Y'all know how we do and how we put it down. Appreciate everybody for subscribing to the channel, liking and disliking, commenting and not commenting, but coming through and giving your boy traffic. And I see all the comments. I try to acknowledge all of them. I think I pretty much do a good job of that. And keep rocking with your boy, and I appreciate it. And you know what? I never ask you to subscribe and never won't ask you to subscribe, because if you like it, you're going to subscribe and rock with me. If you don't like it, you can keep it moving. Y'all know what it is. But, somebody said something that was very, very interesting the other day. I don't know who I was talking to or having a conversation with about this. I can't remember. It just came up. And somebody, I think it was Fanan International Boxing Channel. I don't know. I think I was on there, man. Life going crazy right now. Real quick, but I think, somebody said they believe Marcos Maidana damaged Adrien Broner's career and made him gun shy to let his hands go. And that could have been very well true, but, before that, I don't remember Adrien Broner being too active with his punches. I remember in the Antonio DeMarco fight, Mike Stafford, his coach, was asking him to throw more combinations in that fight. And he just wouldn't do it until he felt comfortable to throw a lot of combinations. And that's when I noticed, right around that time in the Gavin Cabbage Reese fight, that's what he was calling them, Cabbage Reese, that Broner, wasn't comfortable with putting combinations together, because when Broner throws, he wants to absolutely 100% land every time. But he wasn't good enough. He didn't really have those go-to punches where he was good enough to be, real judicious with his punches like Floyd is. Floyd knows it's going to be a left hook, right hand, jab to the body, right hand. At the end of his career, that's what it was because of his hand injury. Same thing with Bernard Hopkins. He loved that right hand down the middle, off the jump. And Broner never had nothing that for certain in his repertoire. He wasn't good with counter punching and controlling distance and stuff of that nature. So that never was going to work for him. And his feet was holding him back. And I think his style always held him back. He was trying to, be a circle and fit into a square peg hole. It wasn't going to work. He's a pressure fighter at heart. And I always said that he's better at walking guys down and being pressure and beating people to the body and systematically breaking them down with that left hook to the head, that jab, and them left hooks to the to the midsection, into the chest, and working up and down. That's been his game. And you see the Maidana fight, he came on hot with that game plan, but Maidana did hit him with some bruising shots, and I think whoever mentioned that to me was right, because that Maidana fight made him even more gun shy. He was gun shy to begin with, only because he wasn't a good counterpuncher. He always wanted to be first, or he always wanted to catch you way on the back end where it wasn't a counter no more. If you watch his fights, he'd never been good with throwing a lot of punches. All his punch rates have been pretty much low, and I don't attribute that to stamina. I attribute that to, the style they built him up as. He wants to be a boxer puncher. He's not that. He's a pressure fighter. That's what Broner's always been good at. That's why he was so solid at 30, so good at 35. He was able to walk those guys down, use his size, and beat them down, similar to what Anthony Joshua does with those wide shoulders. He's able to cut you off and close the distance because he's so much physically bigger than you. And then they impose their physical will to break you down and knock you out. Not so much of their skill and their power and their speed. It's more their size that's becoming a factor. And what Broner is, he didn't have the luxury that Joshua had, as he always going to be bigger physically than every opponent except for Fat Cheeseburger Miller. But he's still going to be longer and taller than him. With Broner, obviously he couldn't make 30, 35 no more, and he went up to 47 down to 40. He started to fight guys that was physically, similar to him, or if not bigger, faster, stronger, taller, longer than him. And that became an issue. He no longer had those advantages no more. So he tried to go and do what a lot of other great fighters did when they move up and try to finesse her. He tried to finesse. And he don't have enough to finesse, so he should just be a pressure fighter. But Maidana really did make him more punch drunk and make a more gun shy. He really did. Looking at it, what made me do a video, I was watching Broner get beat up by Maidana again. That one video that they do the Showtime go back and do the narration of, and talk about what went wrong in the fight. I could watch that all day. with Broner dancing and talking shit to Chino all day, and then getting in the ring and getting his ass whooped. And actually, that fight was supposed to be Broner's first pay-per-view, and for some reason, they had all access and everything on it. They changed it to a regular fight, and he never got a chance to go to pay-per-view. It was supposed to be his test run pay-per-view versus Maidana, and that's how much people thought of Maidana in that fight. At least the Showtime handlers thought of Maidana in that fight, and Maidana's proved them motherfuckers wrong, didn't they? And yeah, I think the punishment that Broner did take in the Maidana fight, I think that took some of his prime and pride. Shit, fuck it, he took both of them, man. He ain't never been able to get off like he used to. You know, he used to get off a little bit. You know, now he ain't getting off none. In the Mikey Garcia fight, I don't even think Mikey was hurting him that bad. He was opportunities for him to throw. I know I was talking to Money Brown TV, was doing live on that one. It was opportunities for him to throw, and he just wasn't throwing. He was scared to throw. He's keeping his hands at home and rolling with the punches, and when he could have returned fire, he just didn't. I just think that fight permanently damaged him mentally more than physically. And I think it did it physically, but more mentally, and he's scared to let his hands go now. You know, he really is. Even in the Adrien Granado's fight, he didn't let his hands go like he should have. He had punched, but I think he's scared to commit to his punches now. That beating really did take some years off of this dude's career, and it might have mentally fucked him up because now he's worse than ever since that loss. But let me know what y'all think. TBC, we gone.